All right, let's just get right into it. When you hear the names Ferrari and Lamborghini, your brain probably goes straight to, well, speed, right? Status, prestige, and arguably the most legendary Italian rivalry in automotive history. But today, we're not just talking about who's got the highest horsepower or whose car looks better on a bedroom poster. In this explainer, we're going to dig into the hard data to see exactly how a historic, frankly petty personal feud evolved into a massive, multi-front war over engineering philosophy, shifting global sales, and some incredibly high-stakes supercar investing. So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to kick things off with the origin story, the tractor and the horse, then pit V12 Soul against V8 Precision. After that, we'll look at the massive SUV sales shift, break down a staggering $1 million difference in supercar investing, and finally, deliver the ultimate supercar verdict. Let's do it.
Section 1. The Tractor and the Horse. We're starting our journey in the past, zeroing in on the origin story that literally hardwired the fundamental DNA of both of these incredible brands.
So, how exactly did a tractor mechanic birth a supercar legend? Well, it all started with Ferruccio Lamborghini. The guy was a wildly successful entrepreneur building tractors in Italy. Because he was doing so well, he bought some of Italy's finest cars, including a Ferrari 250 GT. But he had a bone to pick. He felt the clutch was pretty inferior. So, as any highly confident, successful businessman would do, he drove right up to Enzo Ferrari to give him some unsolicited feedback. And Enzo's response? It perfectly captures the spark that started this whole war. Enzo, who wasn't exactly known for his warm and fuzzy personality, basically told Ferruccio to get lost. He actually said, "The problem is with the driver, not the car. I don't need advice from a tractor mechanic." Ouch. But that infamous dismissal? It lit an absolute fire under Ferruccio. Within just 2 years, he set up his own facility up the road in Santa Agata, hired away ex-Ferrari engineers, and set out to build the ultimate road car. And you can see that clash of philosophies play out perfectly in the ultimate 80s poster cars. These two machines laid down the blueprint for everything that followed. On one side, you've got Ferrari's F40, this hardcore, stripped-out, aerodynamic weapon with a carbon fiber tub and a turbocharged V8, essentially built as a street-legal race car. And on the other side, the Lamborghini Countach. Excessive, rowdy, completely futuristic, packing a massive, naturally aspirated V12. You see, Ferrari was all about funding their racing program. Lamborghini, they just wanted to build the most dramatic, jaw-dropping road cars imaginable.
All right, Section 2. V12 Soul versus V8 Precision. Let's fast forward to right now, because that exact same philosophical divide is raging today in the $600,000 hybrid hypercar space.
Now, what's super interesting here is the stark contrast in engineering, especially when you consider both of these cars will sprint from 0 to 60 in a blistering 2 seconds flat. But look at how they get there. The Lamborghini Revuelto is rocking a massive 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 paired with 3 electric motors to hit 1,001 horsepower. It's heavy, weighing nearly 4,000 pounds. Meanwhile, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale opts for a smaller, highly calculated 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, also with 3 electric motors, pushing 986 horsepower. But crucially, the Ferrari is roughly 445 pounds lighter. Guys, that's literally the equivalent of carrying 2 full-grown adults everywhere you go in the Lambo.
So what does that actually translate to on the road? A tech executive who owns both of these frames it perfectly. The Lamborghini is the gladiator. It's pure, raw emotion. You've got this screaming 9,500 RPM V12 vibrating through your chest. It demands bravery and it absolutely begs for aggressive driving. The Ferrari? That's the fighter pilot. It is surgical. The twin turbos and the electronic systems work so seamlessly together that it makes you feel like an absolute driving god. It rewards pinpoint accuracy over unadulterated drama. Moving on to Section 3, the SUV sales shift. Because shifting gears to the business side of things, this rivalry isn't just on the track anymore. It is playing out in global showrooms, and we are seeing a massive market upset. Just take a look at these registration numbers from the first 8 months of 2025. Historically, Ferrari always wears the volume crown. But for the first time, the raging bull is seriously spooking the prancing horse. Lamborghini actually overtook Ferrari in the US, 2,227 to 2,119. They took the lead in the UK too. Now, to be fair, Ferrari is holding the line in stronghold markets like Germany and Japan, but this shift in the US and UK, that is a huge deal. So what is driving this? Well, it's entirely about their SUV strategies. Lamborghini is leaning extremely hard into the Urus. We're talking roughly 60% of Lamborghini's total brand sales coming from that one vehicle. Ferrari is running a completely different playbook. They strictly cap their pure Sangay SUV at just 20% of total production to fiercely protect their exclusivity. Plus, the pure Sangay costs roughly double the price of an Urus. So Lamborghini is sweeping up volume by leaning into the SUV craze, while Ferrari is actively putting a ceiling on it, maintaining their overall global volume lead the old-fashioned way, through their sports cars. Which brings us to Section 4, the million-dollar difference. Let's get into the wildly high-stakes world of supercar investing, where the badge on the hood and the specific model you pick changes absolutely everything about your financial return. $720,000. That insane number is the exact financial difference between buying the wrong Lamborghini and the right one over just a 2-year window from 2024 to 2026. Let me break down how that's even possible.
Picture two buyers back in 2024. Buyer A picks up the brand new hybrid Revolto for around $750,000. Today, that high-volume, highly complex hybrid is sitting at roughly $630,000. That's a $120,000 hit to depreciation. Now, buyer B spends a little less, $600,000, but they buy an Aventador SVJ. Today, that exact same SVJ is valued at over $1.2 million. They gained $600,000. That is a $720,000 swing between two people who both thought, hey, I'm buying a Lamborghini, it's a solid move. And this brilliantly highlights the golden rule of supercar investing. Spectacular cars and investment-grade cars are not the same thing. True appreciation demands structural scarcity. I mean, they only built 900 SVJ coupes for the entire world, while the Revuelto is going to be pumped out in the thousands. It also means owning the absolute last of an irreplaceable mechanical era. The SVJ was the final, most unhinged, purely naturally aspirated V12 Lamborghini ever. When you combine that real scarcity with a growing pool of wealthy buyers and smart timing in the collector market, that's when you see massive financial appreciation.
Finally, Section 5, the ultimate supercar verdict. Let's pull all this history, the engineering clash, and the financial data together and settle this legendary war. That same owner of both the SF90 and the Revuelto nailed it with this quote. Drive the SF90 when you want to feel like the best driver in the world. Drive the Revuelto when you want to feel like a kid who just got their dream toy. And honestly, that is the ultimate dilemma for today's wealthy buyer. Both are absolute engineering marvels, packing a combined 2,000 horsepower, but they serve two totally different masters. Do you want Ferrari's calculated speed and surgical electronics to make you undeniably faster? Or do you crave Lamborghini's sheer dramatic soul and screaming V12 just to make you smile a little bit wider? So, based on everything we've unpacked in this explainer today, from a spat over a tractor clutch in the 60s to $720,000 market swings to the shifting global sales charts, I want to leave you with this to ponder. If you had the capital right now, where are you putting your money? Are you betting on the surgical precision of the fighter pilot or the unbridled passion of the gladiator?